Hey, what is going on, Guardians? My name is the Black Link, and today, or rather tonight, is July 26th, a Thursday of 2018. And you know what that means? It's time for the Bungie Weekly Blog, This Week at Bungie. And oh man, what a twab it is this time around. It's quite the exciting time within Destiny 2. We've got the end of a faction rally. We've got the start of another patch getting ready to go into effect in a couple of weeks. We finally learned what the Solstice of Heroes is all about. And better yet, we're only a few days away from the event going live. And all of these things and more are addressed in this week's blog. So without further ado, let's go ahead and kick things off. Now, if you haven't been paying attention over the course of the day, we got ourselves a neat little teaser trailer for some of the upcoming exotics in Destiny 2's next DLC, Forsaken. It's only about 2 minutes of footage, but we get to see plenty of different weapons and some awesome new exotic armors. We've already got a video covering all that stuff, so make sure you go and check it out. We'll leave some links to that in the description box below. But as for the TWAB here, Cosmo's gonna start things out big, and that is with a stream schedule for some looks at upcoming content. That's right, we've got a Year 2 combat reveal stream starting on Tuesday, August 7th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. This time around, we're gonna have senior sandbox designer and part-time rockstar, apparently, John Wisniewski there. And apparently he's here to make some promises that they'll be keeping when they go live on stream. Here's what Newsk had to say. Hello friends! If you're a sharp-eyed PvP enthusiast, you may have noticed from some Forsaken coverage that the weapons are doing a bit more damage than they do in the current version of Destiny 2. If you're a seasoned Destiny 2 player, you may then extrapolate the possibility of a global lethality pass on weapons and abilities that may or may not be in the pipe to go live when Forsaken is released. I'm here to quickly confirm that, along with weapon slot changes and ammo availability, we have globally adjusted the, air quote, time to kill in the Crucible. If you'd like more details, join us on stream and we'll get into it. See you then. Now, this is of course in reference to a recent Game Informer video showing off a brand new competitive PvP game mode titled Breakthrough. And in the footage that Game Informer got, we actually get to see what looks to be a 600 RPM auto rifle dealing a bit more damage per precision shot than what we're used to in the game right now. Generally, 600 RPM autos deal about 17 damage per crit within optimal range in PvP. In this Game Informer video showing off this new game mode, they are dealing about 21 damage per crit, which is a pretty decent increase, and it basically dropped the optimal time to kill for that archetype of auto rifle to something like 0.9 seconds, which is almost right around where we were in Destiny 1. Needless to say, that's definitely something exciting, and I'm really happy that John Wisniewski kind of stepped out in front of things, didn't let the community sit back and speculate on these things, as we're known to do, and basically said, yeah, we're going to be changing the global lethality of weapons within Forsaken. I cannot wait to learn more about where they're going with that. Anyways, he continues on by saying, and that's just one question we'll answer beyond the shadow of a doubt. Tune in for a full demonstration of perks, mods, loadouts, and everything else you'll need to know to best your fellow players in battle. We can't give you skill, but we can equip you with a pre-mission briefing. And so there we go, Guardians, super exciting. We're going to be getting our Year 2 combat reveal stream on Tuesday, August 7th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. I know I am going to be paying attention to this one. I've talked multiple times about how with the changes coming to the weapon system, with the changes with random rolls and whatnot coming back, the ammo economy, all those changes, one of the biggest things that really needs to be focused on right now is generally the global lethality of weapons, the global time to kill. Primaries are going to have to get a bit stronger. So I'm really happy that we're going to be learning more about this in the coming weeks. But alright, after that, we're getting a little bit more of the Crucible love back to the lab again. That's right, we've got a brand new game mode coming to Crucible Labs. This time we're going to be hearing from senior designer Andrew Weldon, and he's going to be talking a bit about a new PvP mode that they're testing out. Here's what he had to say. Now that we've released that 1.2.3 update, we're ready to deploy our next Crucible Labs experiment to you, Lockdown. Lockdown is a new 4v4 round-based competitive mode that, like Control, is about capturing and holding zones. Unlike Control, your only score comes from playing the objective. Those of you from the Taken King or Rise of Iron era know this mode's predecessor, the Control variant Zone Control. Here's how it plays out. Both teams start Lockdown with a progress percentage of 0% displayed under the scoreboard. Once a team holds 2 zones, progress will begin ticking up for that team at a rate of 1% per second. There is no round timer. The first team to reach 100% will win the round, and the first to win 3 rounds will win the match. That's not all though. If a team can successfully capture all 3 zones, they will instantly win the round, regardless of each team's progress state. A well-coordinated push from your opponents will always be dangerous, which means you need to stay focused on your objective. Which, taking a step back, already sounds really interesting. This is a purely objective-based game mode. I'm not really sure how I feel about there being no round time limit. It kind of seems like that might lead to some interesting situations with maybe 2 teams trolling it out just to see how long the game will last. But I love that we're getting a more objective-focused game mode that's kind of in the vein of zone control back in Destiny 1. Anyways, Andrew continues on with this. However, winning a round that way is not necessarily as simple as it might seam. To earn capture progress or win on the triple cap, you must hold uncontested zones. If a team holds 2 zones, you can fully halt their progress by contesting 1 or more zones. You'll see a progress halted display under the scoreboard to let you know that this is happening. They won't start earning score again until they clear you and your progress off of the points. The same applies when going for the triple cap lockdown. The instant win only applies if all 3 zones are completely clear. Hopefully meaning that matches won't just snowball once a team captures 2 points and then tries to go for the triple cap. As long as that zone is contested, if there's one enemy player in there, you're not going to be able to take it and you're going to be losing points on the board. So this lockdown game mode definitely seems interesting, and I really can't wait to try it out because, of course, this game mode is live right now. But that's not the only change that was made to Crucible Labs. If you scroll back up a little bit and take a look there, with the 1.2.3 update, Labs matches will now also count towards your Valor ranking and will offer standard Crucible rewards at match completion. So you're now rewarded for actually participating within the Crucible Labs. Great change overall. Moving on from there, I thought this was a pretty good mention for this video, since it addresses something from last weekend. Many Guardians have heard whispers on IO and rushed to investigate. Some of you encountered a long streak of Cabal drills. Far too many Cabal drills. We did some investigating to see if this was a bug. Turns out there's no bug, but the current random generator doesn't do a good job of preventing streaks of either event. We're currently investigating ways to prevent these bad luck runs in the future. We did some simulations to see if there might be any more long streaks of one type of event in the forecast. We expect a few more outliers, but balanced with long streaks of only taken Blight events. This activity will be available every week, and once you do unlock the heroic version, it will stay unlocked. Now this is of course referencing to the Whisper, the quest that gives you the Whisper of the Worm and of course the catalyst and whatnot for that. The reason I wanted to bring this up during the TWAB video is because a lot of players were having a really rough time getting Taken Blight events to spawn in the Lost Oasis on IO back on Sunday. And so a lot of us thought it might have been a glitch in the Matrix or something like that, or maybe the quest was disabled or something like that. But it looks like there was no glitch. RNG really was just that legendarily bad for every player of D2. Which I find, I guess, kind of beautifully tragic in its own sort of way. But it's good to know that the quest is going to be coming back, and just like before, if you complete it, you'll unlock the heroic version, which will stay unlocked so you can run it as much as you want. Alright, moving on. Next up, we get another look at that Destiny 2 development roadmap, which is going to be showing us some of the updates and changes that are going to be coming in the few weeks we've got until Forsaken comes out. We've got another video covering all of this stuff, so make sure you check it out. Again, we'll have a link to that down in the description box below. After that, we get a nice little mini schedule for some of the events coming up from July 31st to August 13th. From the 31st of July to August 6th, we're going to have Supremacy as the weekly PvP playlist. On the 7th of August, of course, we've got the Combat Reveal livestream, and then Mayhem is returning the week of the 7th, going to August 13th. From the week of August 14th to August 23rd, we've got Iron Banner, Gamescom, and the Doubles playlist returning to PvP. And then finally, from August 24th to September 3rd, right before the launch of Forsaken, we've got the end of the Solstice of Heroes, update 2.0.0 dropping on the 28th, and then finally PAX West from August 31st to September 3rd. So make sure you Guardians are staying tuned for news and information coming from all of that. Now Guardians, the last big thing that I really wanted to talk about is the fact that Bungie's finally doing it. They're releasing physical copies of the Grimoire. That's right, the Destiny Grimoire Anthology weaves tales from multiple sources together for the first time, casting new light on Destiny's most legendary heroes, infamous villains, and their greatest moments of triumph and tragedy. Each unique volume intends to illuminate a facet of the world, and the complete anthology will confirm and challenge players' thoughts and assumptions about what it means to be a Guardian, offering new and differing perspectives on the cosmic war that rages between the Traveler and its ancient enemies. And I gotta say, I love this. We've been asking for a physical version of the Grimoire, just a book that you can have and hold and read through all the Grimoire cards with, basically since Destiny 1 came out. So it's great that we're finally getting our hands on one. And it's going to be coming in several volumes. The first volume is titled Dark Mirror and is available for pre-order on the Bungie store. But you should hopefully be able to find it wherever books are sold. And don't worry, it's going to be published in additional languages available in additional regions that have yet to be announced. So if you're one of those Guardians out there who's been trying to get your hands on a physical copy of the Grimoire, well, you're in luck, because it's finally happening. But alright Guardians, that is it for some of the biggest bits of information contained in this week's Bungie Weekly blog, This Week at Bungie, for the week of July 26th, 2018. Like I said before, there's a lot of information that was contained and covered this week. We've got a lot of stuff to look forward to. Solstice of Heroes is just a few days away, and I cannot wait to see what's going to be coming in that combat reveal live stream on August 7th. Make sure you Guardians are tuning in for that. But anyways, that is going to be it for this one, Guardians. Those are my thoughts. Be sure to leave me yours down in the comment section below. What are you most excited for? What do you care most about from this week's TWAB? Be sure to let me know. And if you enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like, make sure you subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest stuff we're putting out. But alright Guardians, that's going to be it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I am the Black Link. You Guardians, stay frosty.